Wait. Disclaimer. I'm not about to diss Stephen Curry. So before you get in the comments like, oh, no, Stephen Curry is carrying the Warriors. That's the point I'm about to make. Alright? Cool. Let's go. So the Golden State Warriors haven't been really good this season. I mean, they're about to play right now, but as of recording, they're 8-10. They might be 8-11, they might be 9-10. Either way, they have a negative record right now as they go into a game against the Los Angeles Clippers. Stephen Curry, of course, has been absolutely amazing. He's averaging just under 30 points per game. Of course, he's shooting above 40% from the three-point line, just under 50% from the field. Second closest scoring player has 15.3 points. That is nearly half the amount of points that Steph Curry alone has. You want to know how many points Andrew Wiggins has? 12.8 points per game. He's shooting 27% from 3. 2-7 from 3. It's not good enough. The rest of the team just hasn't looked good. Draymond Green looks reckless. He doesn't look like he's facilitating. Chris Paul has been okay, but obviously now he's injured, a bit of nerve damage as well. Obviously day to day, but still, it's just not looking good for the Warriors. I've liked Kevon Looney, to be fair. That's one thing I will say. I have not minded Kevon, but the offensive firepower has just died out. One of the greatest offenses of all time has become a diminished skeleton of what it used to be. And I think it's time to look at the Warriors and say, the harsh truth is the dynasty is over. You had one last run really. Stephen Curry is going to continue to be Stephen Curry. He's going to continue to be a top 5 player in this league. But the question is the team good enough? And will the team ever be good enough to compete again? If you keep Klay Thompson on the type of contract he wants, it will be impossible. Repeat after me. It will be impossible to win another championship. So, I think this is why Bob Myers left. Bob Myers knew he couldn't make the tough decision of letting go of Klay because, you reach the point where people are family now. But he knows to win. He can't continue to have Klay Thompson on the court. He's not the all-defensive player he used to be. There's no real elite defenders on this team other than Draymond Green. Chris Paul isn't the defender he used to be. And offensively, they're just not what they used to be. We spoke about offensive rating before, which tells you how many points a team gets per 100 possessions. The Golden State Warriors usually a team in the top 10 easily. Top 5 maybe a lot of the time because they generate a lot of points. They have a good system, pass to get to the open looks, a lot of movement, a lot of passing, and a lot of good shooters on the court. The Golden State Warriors have the 15th best offensive rating, which means their offense is bang average. And they're a team that looks to compete. You have to be a top 10 team in both offensive and defensive rating to be able to challenge for a chip. That's why people are looking at the Bucks asking if they're really a contender because their defensive rating isn't good enough. When you have an average offense, you can't really expect your team to win, ever. So the harsh reality is their offense isn't good enough. On the opposite side, their defensive rating is 17th best in the league. That, once again, is not good enough. It's worse than a team like the Memphis Grizzlies, who let in a lot of buckets. They have good defensive players, but they still let in a lot of buckets. And so they're bang average. It tells with their record, 8-10. They're just an average team now. They don't look like a team that can progress beyond the first round of the playoffs, to be honest. So what do the Warriors do from now? You have to give up Klay Thompson. I'm not saying right now you can ride out the season. I just don't think it is an environment where Klay can get up a ton of shots and miss a ton of shots. I think Klay needs to go to a team like the Pistons, for example. The Pistons, I think Klay Thompson would be phenomenal on. He is a fairly decent sized wing, obviously. They need a big sized wing because obviously Monty Williams doesn't like having a small shooting guard in Jaden Ivey, and so he plays Killian Hayes. So give him a big wing. You can send a player like, I'm not sure Jaden Ivey would fit into the Warriors, and you'd have to give a lot of picks to get Jaden Ivey for Klay Thompson. I will tell you that, a lot of picks. But something, because it's not working right now. You need to get Andrew Wiggins back in that offensive frame, because 12 points per game isn't good enough. Shooting 26% from 3 isn't good enough at all. So realistically, is there a lot you can do about an aging team where the best players' years are about to be wasted? I don't know. But the harsh truth is, the Warriors just aren't good enough.